I think I'm gonna have Dad help me pick some stuff. So everybody say hi to Kenny. Hi guys, it's Misty and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Misty and I am a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. But I also own a brick and mortar antique store called Wildflower Antiques that's located in beautiful Bedford, Indiana, which is in southern Indiana if you didn't know where Bedford was. But this video is my 5 Things Friday, where I walk around my shop and I pull things that I've had for a while that aren't really selling, that I know that I could flip and sell on eBay for, well, just sell it in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and I will walk around. I have one thing in mind and I'm gonna go to that first. It's something that I've been thinking about. So I'm gonna go to that one thing first and then I'll walk around and we will pick 5 more things. Okay, so I'm gonna try to walk a little bit slower. I know that some people have requested that I kind of show my displays a little bit more when I'm picking the 5 things. So I'll go ahead and start over here and let me see if there's anything in here that I might want to sell. This is where I typically will keep some of my vintage juice glasses that I love to buy. This one's just a single one and it's got the Canadian geese on it. I love these little, these are a set of 4 little polka dot juice glasses. These cherry ones are so cute. And I love these. These are like, I guess those are tulips. I don't know. These I would love to have at home, but I would never use them. I mean, I would. I have a thing for glasses. Then I have these frosted ones that are really pretty too. Are they marked? They're not marked. They're frosted with like a cherry blossom on it. There's a set of 4 of those. And I have these little ruby red shot glasses here. Some chickens. Wanted to show you this thing too. This little girl. Now I had 2 of these. One of them I did sell on eBay for about $50. I rescued this one though. She has a broken arm and a broken ukulele. She's got cracks on her head. She's in pretty rough shape. She's got her beautiful little face though. But she is an original bobblehead from Hawaii. She's made out of chalkware and she's marked Japan, and she was, I think it said 85 cents or 35 cents. It's kind of cracked right there. But I just thought she was cool. And so I have $1 on her. I know that she's in rough shape, but I'm half tempted just to keep her. But she was not going in the trash. But I'm going to put her back up here because I think that she's cool. Oh, sorry. You can't see what I'm looking at. Okay. So I'm not really seeing anything in this little area over here that I'm going to list. But again, I'm picking things, but I'm also doing a little bit of a mini tour. These suitcases here I just bought at the Goodwill outlets when I went with G and Michelle from the Bin Pickers. We met up and had a little bit of a reseller meetup with some other sellers, and I got both of these from the Goodwill outlet. And I love to use suitcases for height, for on displays. So my haul from that video will be coming out soon too. I have it all piled up in my house and I haven't had time to sit down and do the haul video yet, but I am going to very soon. Okay, we have one Ramsburg shaker. This is Ramsburg pottery. This is in great shape. It's sort of like a chalkware feeling to it. Just this little round shaker here. Just the single shaker is kind of unfortunate. But let's see. I love these. This is kind of my orange area too. I get a little dog planter and instant relatives. I always love to look. I always buy these old pictures, but I market them as instant relatives in my store because, you know, you can adopt these people. You can adopt this girl. Isn't she cute? She can be your new family member. Or this little guy with his puppy. I love old pictures. I love looking through old pictures. Look at her, fancy. Gosh, man, people just don't dress like they used to. Oh, I love. And look, Lucky Strike cigarettes. I think it was where they made Lucky Strikes, maybe. I don't know. It's from 1954. Anyway, and I have some vintage postcards in this little box. This is not Mary Mushroom, just so you know. This is a ceramics piece. So let's see. And in my store, I do like to have a little area with some, I want to say like a dollar box. So some of the things that are priced in this area here are things that are not, I mean, like that's $1. And these yo-yos are $1. People like to have a little dollar box. That's $1.50. These lighters in here, it's just kind of a fun little box people like to dig through and find things for $1. All right, let's move on, shall we? Let's see. These are really nice, but I think I'm going to keep them for a while. Now, there's a set of 6 of these Fire King mugs. I have $45 on them, which is about what they're selling for online. They are all marked Fire King. They're all the fruits. So we have apple, pears, and oranges. There's, what did I say, a set of 6 of them. So that's not something I'm going to list on eBay yet, but if it's something that you're interested in, you can always leave me a message and we can talk about it. I also have a set of 8. This is their Pyrex. They are marked Pyrex on the bottom. The restaurant ware, the mugs and saucers. Again, I just put these out not too long ago, so I'm going to keep those in here, but they're $26. All right. The thing that I was thinking that I was going to list is up in my blue area. This is something, and I was just kind of laying in bed and thinking about this item. I know that's odd, but sometimes things will come to me when I least expect it. And it is this Candlestick Phone. Now, this is, oh, Misty, don't break it. What are you doing? You are stuck behind something. Okay. Boy, it's a struggle. Okay, it is this candlestick. Isn't this amazing? It's just like this little Americana candlestick phone. Here's the little part that you listen with this part and you speak into that one, I think. This is in great shape. It is from 1973. This is vintage. Now, this is another thing that people have made comments about. The things that you're showing are not vintage. Yes, if anything is, now there's a lot of controversy behind this, but if something is from 1999 and earlier, it is considered vintage. Now, true vintage, I'm using air quotes. See this little air quotes? True vintage items are at least 50 years old. But if it's not from 1999 and previous, it is considered vintage. And if it's 100 years old, it's considered antique. So that's kind of the classification. So this is a vintage. It's from 1973 candlestick telephone. I have $50 on it. It's even dated 1973 there. So this is something I am going to put on eBay. There's some condition issues there. There's a little bit of scratching in the paint. So I am going to put this on the counter. This is my #1 item that I'm going to list on eBay. These are all things that I still have to price that I'll get to, but that's item #1. That was the thing that I was kind of thinking about listing anyway. Okay. Oh, I've got a hole over there. Well, I'll fix it later. Let's see here. I have a lot of stuff in this yellow area. What could we list that we have had for a while that is, you know, worth the time to photograph and get it listed and put online? That, like, I don't want to list the cookie jars because I like the cookie jars in the shop because I need to keep things here that make the shop look nice as well. So let's see. And also the advertisement pieces do well for me as well. So I'm not going to do that. Let's see. What do we got over here? This is my green area. As you can see, there's all the green things. And my things need to be moved around a little bit, don't they? I've got some holes that need to be filled. I wish this was pumpkin pie spice. Now, I've had the apple pie or the pumpkin pie spice with the jack-o'-lantern years ago, not realizing that it was as great as it was. Sold it for probably way too little. All right, I've got Crazy Daisy. I'm going to keep the Pyrex in here too, because that is something that is marketable that people do come in the shop and looking for. And that's the kind of thing too you have to keep in mind, is you want to make sure that you are, you know, you have things in here that's going to draw people into the store. Okay. So let's see. I think these are fun too. These little, I mean, I have $10 on them. They're little mid-century salt and pepper shakers that look like little eggs. All right. Let's move on. I got red things over here, and this is just kind of a mixture of things. It's not necessarily color coordinated. All right. Let's see. What do we want to list? I'll show you this too. One thing that I do like to do, and I haven't done this, the bad thing about it is you have to go and turn all these off, but I do use these little battery operated candles, and I'll put them in items just to kind of make them pop a little bit, just to give it a little bit more, makes it more, a little bit more appealing to the eye. Let's see. I'm having a hard time picking today, guys. I think I'm gonna have Dad help me pick some stuff. So everybody say hi to Kenny.
Hi. Anyway, I already see something.
Okay, what is it?
I like that.
Well, hold it up and let's see what it is.
Oh, it's porcelain.
Okay. I mean, it's porcelain. It does have some wear to it, but I mean, porcelain does. I mean,
it's from like an old park or something like that.
What do we have on it? Okay, it's a Taylor wall mount fountain. We have $75 on it, which is going to be a hard sell in here. This is going to take someone that either is a collector or is going to repurpose it and use it for something.
Which
so
I always thought
and it has
awesome.
the drain here. So, and it does have the lever, because the lever is here in the front. So you push the lever in there.
Oh, what's this for?
Well, it's mounted, or the side. So it's got a side lever or a front lever. But so you don't, like the traditional water fountains, you would, hold here, or you'd push here. But it has it on the side and on the front.
Got another fountain in here too. I was looking
well, here,
at.
I'll pull this
You
over.
want to use that then?
Yeah, this is something that we'll list.
There's another one, if I can find it again, that I was looking at. Neat little transistor radio, but...
Yeah. Oh, and do you guys remember Shirt Tails? Pammy. Anyway. Okay, so here's another water fountain. Now that one, you can see, that one has the top on it that you spin. And then it also...
Still springs. And then this is probably shut on or off.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does.
It's got some pitting on the...
Chrome's good, though.
Yeah, the chrome is good on it.
Shown brass. There's the name.
What is it? Well, let's show me the tag. It is a Kohler, the Bubbler, $27.50.
And I think that's awesome.
Okay, so let's go put these over on the counter. Well, here, let's just lay them in these chairs. Look at these fabulous chairs, by the way. People just ooh and all over these chairs, but nobody buys them. I think they're great.
So you
with
got
this
the
lamp,
phone, then you pull
so I got the phone and these two fountains. So let's see, we need two more things. Two more things. Two more things.
You know what this is? I was told years ago, but it does have a broken mount.
It's a shave mirror.
Here.
Is it a shave mirror?
It is, but they put them like in trains, the old trains.
Ah.
And you could pull them out from the wall.
Yeah.
You could shave.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's awesome.
It is neat.
I love it, but
I think it's something that is neat to have in the shop though, because it's
okay,
and because it has that broken piece down here. If someone's buying it, they're at least going to be able to feel it, see it, touch it.
Right, but I mean, that could always be made to work somehow.
Dad picked these up, and I think that they're really cool.
Here's a neat one though.
Yeah, I'll show you. How much did you? Do you remember where you bought these from?
I think I paid $1 each.
$1 each. They are old postal stamp holders, so like the postal stamps would go in there. And I have bottles displayed in them, but this one's standard. But it has this kind of enamel metal bottom on it, and then this one here. But yeah, that one is neat. I have shaving brushes on that. So what else are we gonna find, Dad? And I love oh, this is another thing I do. I'll pull this out and light it. I turn this on and I put it in my frog, one of the frogs that I'm selling. This is something I don't know. This is something that's kind of neat. I think it's your bosom friend, and it's it's kind of like a fanny pack that you put in your bra. Back in the day, see? And you can keep your ID in here. So that's kind of a fun little thing. Your bosom friend. Made in the USA. Look, there is my mom. Mom, I'm recording and we're looking for 2 more things to sell online.
It's 71.
1971?
It's got...
That's not 1971. Oh, it's inscribed. No, it's got an inscription on it. Let's see.
Have been here for a while.
Or just things that, I'm trying to find some things that maybe, yes, we've had in here for a while, but some things that are just going to sell better online than in the shop. One thing, too, I'm sitting here thinking is... I'm thinking about these Bakelite light switches, Dad.
Yeah, those would be good.
They're different, but they're the same. And then here's the Bakelite. They're in the original boxes. This is the outlet, and then the light switch cover. We've had these for a while. So I'm thinking, and I probably would sell them as a lot, probably. Here are some vintage doorknobs. I was thinking about, that's so funny that you pulled that over here. We have had that since we have opened 4 years ago, and I know that because we don't use we don't use these stamps anymore or the tag. Now this has some condition issues because it's rubber, so it's old. It is a blood pressure cuff.
There's a lot of people that collect medical.
There is, so yeah, I think, and it closes up in this nice box.
I love it.
And we've had it since we've opened. So I think that's going to be one thing. And then these Bakelite switches. We have the phone and the 2 water fountains. Is that going to be?
That sounds good to me.
Is that going to be our stuff?
That'll work.
Okay. I think that's going to be it this week. Okay, guys, so those are the 5 things that I have pulled that I'm going to list on eBay this week. We have the blood pressure cuff, the telephone, the 2 water fountains, and the Bakelite switches. And I'll show you here in a minute. But I just also wanted to say that I have been meaning to do an update on all these things that are selling, and I'm having a hard time keeping track because I am selling a lot of things to my wonderful viewers, to you guys, before I even get it listed on eBay. So when I do my what sold videos each week, I will do a little bit of an update on things that have sold from these videos. And I was going to do it in my video this week, but with my cat dying and the mess that last week was. It didn't make it. So I am going to do an update on my what sold videos. And but so thank you guys for, if you've bought things from me before I even have it listed on eBay, that's great, because it does save me a lot of time and fees. So that's always great. So if as always, if there's anything that you see in the shop or any of the things that I've pulled and you're interested in, send me an email and I'll give it to you cheaper than what I'm going to list it for online, because of the fees and the work that it takes to photograph it and all that stuff. So that's always a good thing. So I was just also sitting here thinking that Halloween is next week. So the week after that is when I start decorating for Christmas. And I'm already having anxiety thinking about it, because I transformed this entire shop into a winter Christmas wonderland. I put up lots of Christmas trees, and I have probably 12 tubs of items that I have stowed away for Christmas time. So I will be filming while I'm doing that, but there might be a lot of yelling and screaming and crying and me shouting at my husband, because, well, I mean, that's what the holidays are all about, right? Anyway, we have very different opinions on how things should be decorated. Let's just say that. He wants things one way and I have other visions, and sometimes those visions, those creative differences clash a little bit, and there's some waterworks usually from me, because when I get upset, I cry. Mad, angry, sad, whatever. The tears will come. But so that's my what's no. So that is my 5 Things Friday video. And I hope that you liked it. If you do, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And leave a comment, maybe if you've noticed something that kind of caught your eye, or something that evoked a little bit of a memory that you've had. Make sure that you leave me a comment. I do love reading the stories that you've seen something and it brought back some sort of memory from your childhood. So make sure that you do that. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell notification, and you'll be notified every time that I upload a video. I do a lot of reselling content, and I'll do haul videos and that sort of thing on this channel. So if that's the thing that you like, I hope that you subscribe. And until next time, guys, bye.